Good morning, students, family, and friends of the class of 2025. Paul Matthews was a beloved resident of Canton, a member of the Canton High School graduating class of 1972, and later a Canton Public Schools parent. A UMass Amherst and Suffolk Law graduate, Paul was a member for 12 years of the Canton School Committee. He was an attorney and a member of the Town Finance Committee. He was committed to serving the community by volunteering to coach youth sports and generously serving the town in countless other ways. Paul Matthews believed that the Canton community should treasure people who serve and contribute to the town through volunteerism and who set high expectations for themselves. In remembrance, we present the Paul Matthews Senior Cup each year to two students who are exemplary in the areas of service, scholarship, and sportsmanship, and who have made a significant contribution to Canton High School and the Canton community. Unlike many other awards presented in the last few weeks, the Paul Matthews Senior Cup is unique in that the CHS staff and the seniors vote on the recipients. The selection process begins in early May when the entire faculty develop a pool of potential seniors who meet the criteria. From that pool, the senior class themselves vote. Our two recipients this year have made their impact on Canton High School and the Canton community in very different, but equally impressive, important, and impactful ways. This year's recipients represent the diversity of commitments and experiences, and even the diversity of personalities that the Canton community and the Canton High staff and this year's graduates value. Our first recipient this year does not need a lot of talk or a loud voice to make an impact. This student allows his work ethic, respectful demeanor, motivation, and moral character to speak for him. Most of us know this student as a three-sport athlete, one of the 11 that Coach Erickson mentioned on Thursday night, whose career at Canton High School has been defined by a steadfast consistency and reliability on the playing field and in the gym, as well as an insatiable desire to improve and be active and strong. This student's lacrosse coach shared that he is one of the best kids he's met, and he believes this student's leadership, selfless attitude, and strive for greatness rubs off on his peers and helped lay the foundation for the CHS lacrosse program. The wrestling coach touted this student's discipline, accountability, and relentless work ethic, which he believes set the tone every single day at practice. He believed this student's impact will be felt long after he graduates. To merely focus on this student's accomplishments as an athlete, however, would be to overlook the real essence of this young man's character, potential, and fidelity. He brings the same commitment as a student in the classroom as he brings to the playing field and wrestling mat. He is consistently an honor roll student who has achieved greater success in the classroom each of his last 4 years. As his 11th grade physics teacher explained, this student is remarkably in tune with the person who he is and who he wants to become. Many adults do not have the same self-awareness he possesses. We are all fortunate here this morning that this student has known for a while what he wants to become, a United States Marine. Quietly but fiercely loyal to his peer group, his teammates, his school, his two older sisters, his father, and of course his mom, I cannot think of another student among us today who better represents the values of Semper Fi. He will take the next step in his journey in the fall when he begins as a cadet at Norwich University, who I am more than excited, I am honored this morning to present our first Paul Matthews Senior Cup Award to Seamus Brown. I am equally honored to present our next Paul Matthews Senior Cup Award to a student who will leave her mark at CHS in very different ways, but has similarly earned the respect of all the CHS teachers and students she worked with. In the classroom, this student is truly fun to work with. I am fortunate to have firsthand experience with this. She is the type of student we as classroom teachers dream of teaching when we are starting our careers. She is very smart and intellectually curious, always willing to participate, but not so driven by grades and tangible accomplishments that the joy of learning gets lost, diminished, or compromised. This student's junior year French teacher wrote about her that she was one of the most intellectually curious and bright students, as well as one of the most kind and affable kids she has had the pleasure of working with in her 25-year career as a teacher. Her junior year science teacher described her as a dedicated teammate, quick learner, and extremely hard worker. Her accomplishments outside the classroom actually exceed those inside the classroom. She belongs to several community groups that advocate for social justice and equity. As a junior here, she started a Haitian culture club that immediately became our most popular extracurricular club, so popular that we had to reserve the cafeteria for club meetings. As a junior, she also joined her first formal drama club performance and has been a denizen of the CHS stage ever since, performing in supporting, featured, and lead roles. Similar to her classroom teacher's praise, the drama director shared about her that it didn't really matter what role she played, she was amazing in all of them. Her leadership, positivity, intelligence, and genuine enthusiasm for performing lifted the spirits of the entire cast. This student has played a judge on our stage and has worked with one as part of her externship. I think all of us who have had the opportunity to work directly with this student intuitively sense that her Canton High diploma is just the first of many impressive accomplishments she will celebrate in her journey. She is destined to be in the room where it happens. She has a lot of brains and a lot of polish. To answer your question, Euniss, yes, I am a fan. Howard University will be lucky to have you on their campus in the fall. Again, I am honored to present the second Paul Matthews Senior Cup to Euniss Yoyo.